Alrighty, so now it's come to the time where we launch your first ad. I want to mention there are many different ways to do this first part. This is step one. As you can see in the course, I have a bunch of strategies laid out. I'm going to be using the exact strategy I used for this product when I started scaling it right at the beginning, just so you can have a better idea of exactly what I did. But I do want to mention that. So before launching your ad, I would actually go ahead and encourage you to look at those other videos as well, just to get a gauge on what technique will work the best for you. So without further ado, go ahead and click Create Campaign. And I'm gonna go ahead and go directly to conversions because I had that dropshipping eye mentality when I saw this product. I knew it was gonna do well. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this Astral Conversions. And then click Setup Ad Account. So obviously you wanna figure this into whatever fits your criteria. I'm gonna go right here. So I'm gonna do purchase. I'm gonna come down to detail targeting, and for my first one, I'm gonna do dream narrow down with mindfulness, like we were talking about before. Okay, so 3.1 million, that is perfect. Now you wanna name your ad sets for organizational purposes, so you know what's working, what's not. This is very important at the beginning so you can see exactly the most effective targeting. So I'm gonna do dream mindfulness, okay? And then just so I know that's a purchase. So I'm gonna leave automatic placements on. I'm gonna do that personally, and then since I'm just testing, I'm gonna start out at 10. So your profit margin is around $5 to $15. You can start with 5, but since mine's more 20 to 30, I'm gonna go ahead and start with 10, and then if this works out, I'm gonna start launching 20s in the future, because the way I figure it is, I'm gonna give each of my ad sets a full day of, if they can get one purchase, this is gonna be profitable. That'd be $20. But again, since I'm testing, I don't wanna spend too much money before I know if it's working or not. I wanna spend some, so that's why I upped it to 10. I think 10 is gonna be perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and click continue, and then I'm gonna use existing posts, and I'm gonna find that post we did earlier, and then see the call to action is already there. So make sure that call to action is there, and then go ahead and click confirm. And I don't think, if you haven't entered your credit card in, you will need to do this now. So I'm gonna do that right now. And I'm gonna say this just in case this isn't obvious for everybody. This is for your Facebook ads. This is what card you're gonna be charging Facebook ads. I would personally highly recommend the business preferred Visa. I'm gonna make a module on this later in the course. It's probably gonna be in the bonus material on the best. But I mean, I get triple points. I literally get triple points for every dollar spent on social media marketing. I just booked 3 first-class tickets right before making this video, actually, because I'm about to go on a big trip coming, and it was all free from the points. So that's important too, especially when we start scaling. Okay, so you got your first ad set launched. I'm gonna go in here and just show you. So since you are just beginning with Facebook ads, this might take a while. It could take anywhere between 2 to 24 hours for you to get to approve, because Facebook's very, very iffy on new people coming in and buying Facebook ads, because there's a lot of bots out there and a lot of people just running really, really bad spammy ads. So they want to make sure it's cool. And then you eventually build trust so that eventually your ad sets are being improved in like 20 minutes. So just be mindful of that. So this is definitely not the end of the testing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make 4 to 6 more. So I'm going to be doing about $50 to $70 a day. This is a little more expensive a way to test, but this is the best way to test, in my opinion, at least for this product, because I was 100% sure on it. If I was a little iffy, I might have gone with one of the other ones. But again, just fit it to your budget. Don't go all the way out, but also don't be too timid to know and hold on to the baby money when you could be making big money. So I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this. I found this is the best way to test a bunch of different ones. So I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna go back and I need to edit this because this is Perch USA. Make sure you deviate between those. Perch USA, make sure you're putting in the name where you're targeting, because that's going to be important as well. This is just USA. I usually like to start with the USA, but I'll test them all. So I'm going to go ahead and do 4 more in the USA, but I'm going to do different interests for everyone. So when you're doing this, I'll drag this over here. So when you're doing this, you can go in and click on each one. So I'm going to edit just this specific one. I'm going to come down here. And let's see. Oh, and one more thing. So I know I did this on this one, and for me, it really won't matter too much because they're going to take a while to get approved anyway. But you want to make sure when you're doing these to launch them all at midnight. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to schedule it for tomorrow at 12 a.m. just like that. 12 a.m. That way, it's a straight 24 hours that you're going to be observing. It's not going to be a chunk or another chunk or anything like that. So I got the timing, and now let's see what kind of targeting we can do. The best way to do the targeting is honestly to go to your suggestions when you're typing in key terms. And since Lucid Dream is a very specific targeting and very specific to my product, I'm gonna, even though it's 380,000, I'm still gonna do that one, just because it's so specific that it probably will work. So Lucid Dream per USA. All right, so we got that one. I'm gonna come to this one right now and take out the name, take out the copy. So I'm gonna come down right here and let's see what goes along with Dream. So meditation and personal development. Let's see this one, meditation. That's a really good one. That's probably gonna be really high though. Okay. So meditation, I'm actually gonna do enlightenment, meditation and enlightenment. Let's see how that goes. $6.2 million. All right, that's perfect in my eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it with that. Meditation enlighten. So I'm gonna rename this up here. Meditation enlighten. Okay, got that one. So you're gonna come right over here, and now you're gonna change this. And again, you're just gonna look through the suggestions, or if you have any like ideas of your own, you can try that too. So let's type in one of those other suggestions. Enlightenment seems pretty spot on for what we're doing because, you know, people are very spiritual and they're gonna really like, I just feel like that coordinates with the idea of lucid dreaming. Okay, so if you look right here, it seems like enlightenment on its own is basically the same as meditation. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna come right here and I'm gonna take out meditation, because that's gonna only, you know, that's barely gonna change it. So we're gonna test that one on its own, and we're gonna take meditation up here and see what we can do with it in this targeting, because meditation is definitely gonna be a good one. Whoops. 3 million. How about meditation and wellness? See, alternative medicine. So that means that people who believe in something besides pharmaceutical, something besides your average healing process. So I think wellness is going to be a good one mixed with that. Okay, so it seems like that dropped down to 1,700 people. That doesn't seem right. Oh, okay, that's why. Because wellness is only 45,000 people. Okay, never mind about that one. Let's do meditation and well-being. How about that? Let's see where that goes. 4.3. Perfect. Okay, meditation and well-being. So that looks good right there. So actually, I'm going to start with these four, and then I'm going to make this one different. You'll see what I mean. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and test the other big countries that I like to sell in personally, which is Canada, United Kingdom, and Australia. I used to do New Zealand too, but I really don't even do New Zealand really anymore. But I do this because these countries are a lot smaller than the United States, so combining all three, the pixel is going to pick and choose from all the countries, and then you can analyze the data to see which countries are doing the best, or if they're all doing the same, so you can target all of them separately. But it all starts with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep Dream, mindfulness, perch, but now I'm going to say big four. Oh, I'm sorry, big three. So big three, and then it has dream and mindfulness at 1.4 million. I think that's going to be a good one. So now what we're going to do is you're going to hold command, or if you're on a PC, hold control, I believe, and you're going to highlight, you're going to click all those, and then you're going to click publish. But not done yet, because I want to do a little bit more testing in those 3 countries, because I've had products do terrible in the United States, terrible in Canada, terrible in United Kingdom, and then popped off in Australia, and then like same with the other countries and all that. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go ahead and make it easy on myself, and I'm just going to duplicate these 3 like this, and I'm going to change it into the big 3 like so. So make sure they're all still highlighted. Come down to locations and then just swap out the locations. And then we're going to analyze the numbers on your targeting to make sure that it's still big enough, because if not, we can add some things to make it big enough. For meditation and well-being, in the big 3, we have 2.4 million, perfect. For enlightened in the big 3, we got 2.2, perfect. And then lucid dream in the big 3, we got 150,000. That is pretty low. However, I'm still going to go ahead and run it. Big 4. I'm just going to add New Zealand just because we do need an extra number, and it really won't be that big of a deal. I'm sure we won't really get any sales in it. Yeah, I didn't even change it really. So actually, I'm going to remove that. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and then hold command again, and I'm going to publish that. So if we're reviewing, we got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, $80 a day. And I'm going to let this run for about 48 hours to 72 hours and show you how to like analyze the data and everything so that you know what to do next in your personal situation. So this is the launching of it. It went very smooth, but rest assured Facebook ads will not be smooth. I'm sure I'm going to run into some kind of issue if it in correspondence with all the issues I've already ran into. But just know this is where a lot of people give up because it gets frustrating and you're losing money. But this is where the people who actually deserve to be an entrepreneur, who are actually entrepreneur mentality, these people are going to shine because they're just going to push through, and then they're going to come out the other end. So I'll show you what to do in like 48 hours to 72 hours. As long as this ad goes well and everything actually ran fine. And then from there, like I mentioned, there are going to be many different scaling tactics that you can just follow along with in order to scale the store, whichever tactic you chose. It's not specific because there's some products can be scaled vertically, some products can be only scaled horizontally. But I'm going to do my best to show you guys what I'll do. Okay, so yeah, it looks like this one got approved already. So that's a great sign that we're not going to run into any issues with the approval process. That's really good to see. And that's very strange how quick that was. That was very, very quick. It might have to do with the fact that my personal name, somehow, I still know how this happened, is right here. And we're running it under that. So yeah, time will tell. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And then also after this video, I definitely encourage you guys to watch the videos. It should be named something like Facebook ads 0 to 100 orders and Facebook ads 100 orders to 10,000, because I'm gonna explain to you what the main goal here is. The main goal right here is to collect as much data as possible and to try at least break even. If you're losing a little bit of money, you still want to keep going as long as you're close to breaking even. Because the whole idea of this is getting to lookalike audiences. And to get to lookalike audiences, you need like 5,000, 10,000 visits for a lookalike audience for the visitors, about 500 to 1,000 added cards to have a lookalike audience for the added carders, and then 100 purchases minimum for the lookalike audience for purchasers. Once you get to that stage, that's when when everything is going to blow up. Until then, it's going to be a lot of testing, a lot of pixel development, and you just need to understand that. So I explained that way deeper in those videos, so go check them out now. Thanks for watching.